As the Building Bridges Initiative BBI promoters await their fate at the Court of Appeal after the High Court declared BBI as unconstitutional. Questions lingering among the Kenyans is whether the electoral body IEBC has got enough funds to conduct the referendum. During the afternoon budget reading by the Treasury, says Ukur Yatani, no figures were given to the electoral body IEBC, but it hinted IEBC was allocated 15 billion Kenyan shillings. IEBC was stopped to carry out any process related to the referendum until the appeal case filed by President Uhuru Kenyatta and the ODM leader Raila Odinga is heard and determined. The Judiciary, which is at loggerheads with the executive arm of government, got a boost of about 17 billion Kenyan shillings to run its activities. On the other hand, the executive arm of government reaped big in next year's financial budget after it allocated itself 1.87 trillion Kenyan shillings out of a total budget of 3.6 trillion budget. The parliament, which adopted the budget estimate, walked home with about 37 billion Kenyan shillings, but the legislators are not happy with the budget, which they say is not common mwananchi friendly.
Kenyans are a bit, worried about the debt ceiling, but we can't develop our country without debt. I like that there is money that has been put towards the programs of the government, the rail, the port, schools. There's also the possibility, in line with the government's housing project, of giving 7 million shillings from the pensions for people to buy houses.
Those figures that we keep flaunting of trillions really make no sense unless and until we know the source of the money. Yes, we must, as a country, learn to live within our means. And there's no point being too ambitious when we know the reality is that there's no money.
But the most unfortunate thing is the levies and the increment on prices of essential commodities that are very dear to mwananchi.
Opio Wandai, the Nguja Member of Parliament, who doubles up as the chairperson of the Public Accounts Committee (PAC), says the budget is unrealistic due to the ballooning public debt.
If we are to finance such budget, we have to continue borrowing more and more, both locally and from foreign sources, which is going to be unsustainable. And it's also common sense that if we deal with the corruption more decisively and seal those loopholes through which public sources are lost.
It may be over-ambitious in the sense that we pay 1 trillion in terms of servicing our loans. We only collect around 1.7 trillion. 700 billion goes to wages.
The 3.6 trillion Kenyan shillings budget, to many say it's the common mwananchi going to bear the brunt in footing the bills.
Niko concerned kama mbunge kwa sababu hii appetite ya serikali ya kutafuta mikopo kila mahali inafanya Wakenya wanafinyika kimaisha.
The budget falls short of is that the truth is the projected revenues are unrealistic. Within this pandemic and the likelihood of a fourth wave, we are unlikely to hit those revenue targets.
Ministries and the state agencies have been given up to June 30th of this year to pay all the verified pending bills to ease the cash crunch on small businesses. It said about 225 billion Kenyan shillings is owed to the suppliers, with the national government taking a huge chunk of about 137 billion Kenyan shillings, with the counties taking about 100 billion Kenyan shillings. It is the second budget being presented amid the COVID-19 pandemic, a very difficult moment for most of the countries. And by now, the common mwananchi will have to bear the brunt by footing a 3.6 trillion Kenyan shillings a budget of the year 2021 and 2022. Reporting for Ebro TV, I'm Khaemba.